Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. We wish our pets could live forever, but sadly that's just not the case. And just like people, senior pets need extra care as they age. Joining us now with tips to keep our older pets as healthy as possible, we welcome back our friend, Dr. Cherice Roth.
Hello.
Good to see you.
You too.
Okay, our pets, we gotta take care of them.
We do, especially as they age.
Yes.
My preference, our preference, speaking for veterinarians, is we want to see them even more.
Yeah.
Than we normally are recommending yearly visits for kind of younger, healthy pups without any chronic issues. Our senior pets, we really do want to see them more often so that we can keep an eye on potential new problems or problems that we've already previously diagnosed to check how they're doing throughout the process.
Let's talk about what designates a senior pet and dogs versus cats, kind of the yearly things to look for.
Yes, it's tricky because my patients come in all different sizes.
Yes, we've got a graphic here that kind of shows the breakdown.
So for smaller dogs, you're talking anywhere over 12, we consider them to be senior pets. Whereas for the bigger dogs, like large dogs, think Labradors, anything over 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And then you start thinking about actual lifespan after that. Our giant breed dogs, which are the ones you know I love so much, such shorter time. You're talking 6 to 8 years as their lifespan. So really you should be thinking about senior care for them 4 to 5 years old.
Wow.
I know, it's never enough time.
But you gotta know, knowledge is power. And then what about cats? The indoor versus outdoor is the big difference with them, right?
So indoor kitties live longer.
Yep.
And that is the reality. That doesn't mean that they don't necessarily also start getting kind of earlier in life chronic diseases.
Sure.
But it means their life can be longer and they get to pass from old kitty diseases rather than getting hit by cars or getting eaten by predators, those sorts of things.
Yeah.
So really, outdoor kitties, you're talking 6 to 8 years. Yeah. Whereas your indoors, like my kitty was almost 20, a little over 20. And so, you know, you get more time if they're indoor for sure.
Good things to consider. Okay, what about diet, managing what they need at these senior ages?
Yeah, so I cannot still eat as much mac and cheese as I would like to.
It's true.
Because I'm older now.
True.
I'm older now. And so think that way about your pets as well. Their dietary needs are going to change. They need fewer calories, but maybe more fiber to keep them more regular, just like older humans as we age. And so those are some of the things that you can expect to see in senior diets, but also things like glucosamine and chondroitin to help with the lubrication of those older joints, which I shudder to say. But you know, those are the sorts of things, and really starting to really pay close attention, moving them off of just an irregular adult diet, moving them on to something that is more appropriate for a senior, including things like DHA to help keep their brains healthy and active too.
Okay, lots to consider, and oral health is so important.
Okay, so this is one that is directly in our power.
Okay.
Okay, I love things that we can actually control. Keeping your pet's mouth clean and healthy is a great way to keep them around for a long time.
Yeah.
A dirty, nasty, stinky mouth means that they're swallowing and inhaling bacteria constantly. And those bacteria are going to their liver, to their kidneys, to their heart, and putting extra work on their body.
Yeah.
And so even just doing a yearly dental cleaning, getting dental x-rays, being sure that you're getting out the teeth that are rotting or painful even, is a great way to keep your pet around longer.
And you've got to keep checking because they're not always necessarily going to come out and tell you, hey, my tooth hurts.
Yeah, by that time it's too late.
Yeah.
Right? It's not too late, but they've already been dealing with that pain. If you can see the signs, them moving food and only chewing on one side, those sorts of things, or not wanting you to touch their face, really great signs that, somebody needs to look in there.
Yeah. Are there other subtle changes to look for in behavior in terms of the aging process?
Yeah. So I love this question. I am a pet expert. You are the expert on your pet.
Sure.
So if you come to me and you're like, Dr. Roth, I don't know.
Yeah.
She's just not herself. She seems to be slowing down. It is common. It is not normal. Slowing down means something is wrong. Something is painful. Something is going on within that pet. Just simply being old age is not a disease. Being a senior pet is not a disease. And there are lots of things that we can actually help with, especially arthritis, things like Cushing's disease that tend to come up as the pets age. All of those sorts of things are things that we can absolutely help with that may just look like slowing down.
Yeah.
And so getting them in often and helping us by having a full report. Like, I want to know how they're doing at home. Are the things that excite them still exciting them?
Yeah.
Because those are also things that we look for. Are they up in the middle of the night? Or getting into the bathtub when they never used to do that before.
Yeah.
All of those sorts of things, while they may seem small, are actually huge hints to the medical professional that something that might be going on.
That's so helpful. What about gray hair on pets? Is that a concern? Something just to know? I mean it's happening.
No, gray hair is not a concern, Hannah.
It's gorgeous and beautiful, and we embrace it.
No, it's really interesting. I mean, I've even had pets that I had one of my little dogs, Flea, that went gray. His muzzle went gray while I was in vet school.
Aww.
And then when I got out, it went back to black.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and so just like with us, I wouldn't pay attention too much to the silver muzzle.
Yeah.
It is that reminder that just like all of us, they're getting older, but I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay. Well, it's just adorable too, I think.
It's very distinguished.
What about sticking to a routine?
Yes. So as pets get older, especially as their eyesight tends to go down, their hearing tends to go down, having a very clear routine of what their day is like is very helpful to them. And as pets age, depending on their size, you may actually start to see changes in their brain, and things like doggy dementia is a really great way to kind of describe it. And so having those clear routines and being flexible and switching out things. So if you notice that walk there isn't really being enjoyed anymore, switching it out for an activity that is more appropriate for their level of engagement. So that's why I love mentioning things like snifaris. Like, that's really fun. You take treats and you drag it around and you make a whole little trail, and then you leave the pile of treats at the end. And that allows them to still be mentally engaged, get a little motion in, and it's fun, right? You get to be creative in where you hide the treats. And
not overwhelming for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to take care of them.
We will. We want them around as long as we possibly can, and knowing it won't ever be enough.
That's so true. Well, thank you so much.
My
Great
pleasure.
to see you.
You too.
Okay, we'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.